university, I worked, oh, you just started recording.
Sorry, do you want to start again? If you could like sum it up super quickly. I apologize. I dropped the ball on that one.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to start again. My name is Lexi. I'm 23 years old. I went to university right out of high school, ended up dropping out just because of requirements. Went to college for early childhood education, got hired right out of graduation in 2017. I moved in with my boyfriend of 8 years, or it'll be 8 years in March, in August of last year, into a 750 square foot apartment. And we were just tired of living with neighbors attached to us and everything like that. So we wanted to start saving up for a house. And we had okay savings. It wasn't all that much, but it was enough for us at the time. And in December of last year, that's when we really started to think like, hey, my ECE wage is not a living wage. I make $15.50 an hour. Minimum wage is $11.25. That's not much. And so like Matt works full time, so I wasn't worried about his income, but mine was scary. I didn't want to start a family eventually on an ECE wage. That just was not feasible. I didn't want to raise somebody in that little apartment. I wanted them to have their own yard, their own room, and everything like that. So in December of 2017, we seriously started thinking like, hey, do I need to go back to get an evening and weekend job while going full time at ECE? I just didn't want to do that. I did that all through university and college. I didn't want to work another job. So that's when, like, I've known Caitlin since we were 7 years old. So as soon as she started posting and showing how much she was making money, I was like, okay, I got to see what this is. It was funny. It's actually Matt who messaged Caitlin first and was interested in doing this. But then he's like, no, you have to do this. You're so much better than I am. So it didn't take long for me to join. January 20th, we were driving home from dinner at Matt's parents' house. And literally in the car, I'm like on my phone. I'm like, Matt, I'm buying my kit right now. So January 20th is my 1 year anniversary. And since then, I promoted to Ruby in March of 2017 or 2018. And I lost rank until October. I did not maintain Ruby until October. I have been boxed for Diamond since March or April. And I just promoted to Emerald last month. And yeah, so I just earned myself a $5,000 bonus and we bought a house and we still have the apartment. So, yeah.
All right. So you lost rank for quite a few months. Like what changed recently? Like, was it like a mindset thing? Was there like a specific moment that you can nail down that like changed where you were like, oh shit, I gotta like get serious about this, you know? Like, can you explain like what changed for you?
Yeah. Oh, am I frozen? Oh no. Okay, hold on.
If everybody else can mute themselves, it's not letting me mute some people.
Sorry, it froze. We're good now?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So basically, we moved into our house September 29th of this year. And that's when I was like, hey, I can't be making an extra $200 anymore. I need to go higher. We have a mortgage to pay. We have bills to pay. We have an apartment to still pay for because nobody wants to take over our lease that ends in May. Like we still have so many months to pay left on our lease. And that's when I was like, hey, I need to get my butt in gear. And I took the word luck out of my vocabulary. I wasn't saying, oh, so-and-so's lucky that they got 13 customers last month and 16 distributors. Like, that's not luck. That's hard work. So I took the word luck and I threw it in the garbage and I pulled the word confidence out. And I was like, I need to be confident in myself and my abilities. I can't be comparing to other people because I'm not them. I'm going to do what I do. So in October, I signed 13 loyal customers, 1 retail customer, and 5 distributors. Like as soon as I switched it, everything changed. And then the following month, I signed 3 or 4 more customers. A couple of them were higher BV. I signed 2 more distributors, and I promoted to Emerald. So it's when I changed my wording.
It's so true. Like, and literally for anybody else, like normally I wouldn't tell people this, but just because that was like such a good way she worded it, like literally me and Lexi have gone into arguments about this because she said to me one night, she was like, you just got lucky. Like you just have the right friends. I don't remember what she told me, but I was like, oh snap. So yeah. And she has totally changed. Like, and you can tell when people change their mindset too. Like it's honestly so noticeable. And when it comes to like, the business, like what could you say that you've like added to your daily list now that you might not have been doing before? Like have you started doing more for your business now that your mindset has changed?
Well, basically what I do is I actually, like before I used to do like some time here and there on the computer while I was hanging out with Matt. And then it became to the point where he was always getting kind of upset that he's like, well, you're just sitting there not doing anything. And I was like, hey, but I am doing something. I'm adding friends. I am posting. I am talking to people. And I got kind of angry with him. So that's when I was like, hey, I need to have my own space where I can just go up and work. So in our house, we were looking for a 2-3 bedroom, but we got a 4-bedroom house. So I was able to use this spare bedroom as my office, quote unquote. I just have my desk set up in here, but yeah, so I was able to have my own dedicated space where I could just come up and like pour myself into my business. I have my charts taped up beside me now. I have a countdown that's physically in front of me every single day of how far I am to my promotion, and I have a calendar right on my whiteboard behind the camera that says each day and family calls, promotions that are coming up, like when the keto or the chocolate greens are coming, when I have an LC that I need to follow up with. Like, I think just having everything in front of me 24/7 is what has changed. Because before, I didn't have my setup. I had my desk in our apartment, but it was filled with stuff because I didn't have anywhere to put it. Well, now I've got 3 other bedrooms that I can find places for. And the basement.
That's awesome. Okay, so now like, what are you doing? Like, what do you do daily, and what are your next goals for the business?
So what I do daily is I actually got an iPad so I can do Captivate. Before I was just manually adding people, and I was like, hey, this is taking forever. So I I was kind of whining and complaining to Matt. I was like, I need an iPad or something. So he ended up getting me one for Black Friday, and I was like, yes, I can actually do Captivate. So doing Captivate at least 3-4 times a day, just because I do work a full-time job, is what helps my business boom. I'm able to follow up with brand new people on Instagram. I'm able to unfollow those that don't really give a crap about my business. And I am constantly adding people on Facebook every day. Before I go to bed, I'll send out like 100 friend requests. And I live by doing a minimum of 2 product posts and 2 lifestyle posts a day, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing. I was out shopping last night for Christmas presents, and we were in Guess, and I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm just going to post quickly. And I posted about our keto coffee. And recently, another thing that's been working in my business is blitzing. I blitz with the families that are in our daycare. Like, they're all like, oh, I'm so into health and wellness. I'm like, oh, here's my business card. Like,
I love that. Okay, well, thanks. I just love your story because, like, there's so many people that just say, like, I'm not maintaining, like, I'm gonna give up, I can't do this, but, like, you can, like, anybody can come back. I truly believe that, like, no matter what rank you are, you can come back. It just is a matter of mindset. And, like, you had one of the biggest mindset changes that I've seen in this business, and I'm just so proud of you for it.
I didn't answer your question. You asked what my goal is for this month.
Oh, okay. Tell everybody, what's your goal for this month?
I'm going to get diamond by the 31st on my account and ruby on Matt's account. So that'll be $8,500 in bonuses.
So exciting. I love it. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's go to Shana. Where's Shana?
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are you ready for this? I freaking love Shana and her story. And she's so scared to tell it, you guys. So just give her some love because, like, her story, like, honestly, like, it's a good one. All right. You introduce yourself.
Okay. My name's Shana Parker. I'm 26. I live in Montgomery, Alabama, and I have a beautiful daughter named Amara. She's kind of like the why of everything. But so I guess I'll start before the business. So I worked at Hyundai. It's just like a factory, and I was working like 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, most days, and then they started cutting our hours, like completely days. Like I was down to like 4 days a week, but we rotated every single month. So like 1 month I'd be on first, and then next month second, and then the third month I'd be on third. So I needed another job, but I just couldn't fit in another physical job to get the extra money that we needed. And then my house that I had bought, it was started going through like issues, and we called the plumber out, and anyway they was like $45,000, right? And I was like, what the crap? So insurance wouldn't cover it and everything, and then I was just stuck, I guess. I needed more money, but I couldn't get the money, and we was in a house that was, messed up. And then Caitlin messaged me on Instagram like a week before I saw her post. And I never really paid attention to her. I just thought she was like pretty. So I was, double tapping on her pictures, but I never really read anything. But then I seen her and James and her baby in front of this big house, and I was like, dude, I want a house like that. And so I finally read it, and it was like join for $20. I didn't even know what she'd done. I just knew it was online. She was like, make money from your phone, and I was like, hey, sign me up, right? So I messaged her July 27th, and I got my $20 business kit, and my birthday was the 31st, so it was kind of like a Christmas birthday present for me. So yeah, and then we was going through things with my daughter, trying to find someone to watch her. And so basically she was coming home with like fecal matter left on her. And like we were just so upset about that. And we called to talk to her, and she was like, you know what? I have so many other parents that want me. I'm going to have your baby stuff sitting out in the front porch in the morning. And I was like, what in the world? Like, that's so crappy. But we had nobody else to watch her. We're like an hour away from family, and like I said, my shifts rotated, and there wasn't anyone to watch her on every single shift. So I got my first check. It was like $42, I believe. And I was like, I'm turning my 2 weeks notice in. And so I went to Caitlin, and I was like, hey, can I like, can I seriously make a full-time income from this business? And she was like, 1,000%. And we had a conference, and I was just like, you know, I believe in this business so freaking much. Like, I quit. I put my 2 weeks notice and I quit. And, you know, it was just like a really big change of life for me, and it was amazing. And I just, I don't know, I'm stuck. Like, it's just, I see a better future. Like, I had been in the factory for 7 years. Like, I was there for 7 years. I never went anywhere. Matter of fact, I was doing the same process I had always done. So I was just ready for something different, and this was it. And so now I'm at home watching my baby. You know, things have changed in my life, and I still believe in this business. Like, my boyfriend today, like, he was like, why don't you go get a regular job? And I was like, dude, do you not know what's going on? Like, chill, you know? But like, yeah, I'm like I'm sitting in my car like right now because, you know, things have just, we're in a hotel room now, you know, and I feel like anybody from any way of life can do this business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in this business so much, and I'm so ready for boom season. Like, I don't even know where it's going to take me. I just know it's going to take me higher, you know?
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah. Oh, and I went Ruby, and I got my $1,000 bonus, which I'm like super excited about. But yeah.
And you're already boxed for Emerald.
Yes, going Emerald, and I'm hoping to get Ruby on my second account, like, this month.
That'd be crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Shana is very much like a no other option attitude person. Like, she's told me so many times, like, there is no other option for her life. So, like, what keeps you focused on that? Like, how do you maintain that attitude of, like, this is it? Like, do you do, like, personal development, or, like, what do you do to keep yourself motivated?
Really, I look at our team, because there's so many people on our team that, you know, and if I started showing up, if that makes sense. Like, I started going to everyone's Zoom. Like, I started paying attention to the chats and team page and everyone else's story. And it's like, you know, you and Jackie and Ashley, like, y'all all been in this position. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all went through that crappy stage. And it's like, I know if I just keep pushing, I'm gonna get to where I want to be, which is, you know, diamond and up. You know what I'm saying? So it's really the team, and then mindset. I had to work on my mindset. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, with everything going on, you know, losing the house because we couldn't pay to fix it, having to just completely go from working all the time to being at the house all the time. Like, I had to work on my mindset a lot. And it's like, probably a week or two ago, I think you posted a status talking about how mindset was this, and how to be positive and attract what you want. And it's like, okay, I switched, and literally I signed a customer almost every single day of last month. And I think that's how things just got better. And this just helps motivate me. You guys.
I love that. Okay, this is kind of like a harder question, because it might be hard to, like, pinpoint, but, like, was there, like, a specific thing in the business that made you, like what made you believe in the business so much that you were willing, like, she quit her job, like, first paycheck. Like, that's so,
$40.
like, it was insane. And it wasn't even a big paycheck, but she messaged me, and she was, like, in tears, and I was like, yes, let's do this. So, like, what part of the business, like, made you realize that, like, this was what you wanted to do?
before, like, I'm into astrology and stuff. I know a lot of people aren't, but it was like, you know, you would be great in selling or marketing. And then it was crazy because like 2 weeks later, I seen you in this amazing opportunity. And I was like, and I remember praying like, please just give me something to sell that I want, like that I want to sell. And I really believe in our products too. Like they're all plant-based, they're healthy, like that's stuff that I'm into already. And then this amazing opportunity of marketing showed up about health products that are all natural based. And I was like, whoa, you know, I'll take it. And then just watching like, and it really is based off of your work. Like in my factory job, like we just got paid, and the person next to me, I would have to clean up after them and do their work too and mine. But it was just, it's based off of your work. And I knew that if I really put my mind to it, that I could do it. And I could, and plus like seeing y'all, I was like, $10,000, you know, a check, I'll do it, you know. I'll work for that.
Okay, so there's a lot of people asking, like, what do you do to keep your mindset? Do you watch videos, read books? Like, how do you keep your positive attitude?
Yeah, I watch videos. I YouTube a lot. Jade, Carrie, I think hers is Carried Away on YouTube. I watch Caitlin. I stalked Caitlin, so like I remember messaging her like, "Oh, you didn't post like but once for 2 days. Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" Yeah, I just now started getting on Audible, and I'm reading Kick-Ass now, so that helps a lot. And then just my daughter keeps me positive. And like when they say like don't have a backup plan, to, you know, that's one of the biggest things of really making this full time is not having a backup plan. Like I literally don't have a backup plan, you know. So this is it. I'm going 100%. So.
Oh, I love that. So what do you do each day? Like, what are your non-negotiables for the business?
Following up. I follow up every single day with, I'm not gonna say every single person, but like I went and organized everyone. So I have every single person, and like the night, like after I lay my daughter down at 8 o'clock, I'll write everyone down that was interested in a product that day, and then I'll just keep following up with them. Following up has really, like, it's like, okay, I'm ready, you know. I add people. I host a post every single day on Facebook. Instagram still kind of intimidates me a little bit, so I'm getting in on that. I'm really excited about the training on Thursday. But yeah, following up, host a post. I do 2 product posts and 2 lifestyle posts, and I always like to put in an interactive post, you know. That always gets more people. And I've noticed once I do that, then they start seeing the other product, like they start seeing the product post, because I don't know why, but like I'll put a picture of my daughter up and get like 30 likes, but I'll put a picture of me talking about the business and it's like crickets. But I know they're watching. So, yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's so true. Oh, okay. So last question. What would your like dream business? Like once again.
Who's messing up? I can't hear nothing.
I can't even find this person.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh, can everybody mute themselves if you're not? There we go. Okay, I found it. We're good. Okay. Last question. So what would your like dream be in this business? Like if you could set one like end of all goals, like what would it be?
Like rank wise?
It could be like rank, money, like any one thing that would just mean like the world to you. What would it be?
Dude, like if I could get to diamond and have my 2.0 in emerald, I think I'd be set. Like that's where I'm going. And then of course when I get there, I know I'm gonna have bigger dreams. But right now, that's like the goal. Like I want to be able to get in a house. Like I want to get my dream home. Like I know it's kind of weird, but I like tiny homes. So maybe a tiny home down the road.
I love it. Well, thank you for telling your story because I know you were very nervous about it. All right, now where is Samantha? All right, I see you, Sam. All right, Sam, you're up. Tell your story.
So my name is Samantha. I'm 21. I'm from Saskatchewan, Canada, Saskatoon actually. I work in a warehouse. It was good at the start, which was about 2 years ago. Since then, we've had new people come and go constantly. So after probably 8 months, I was kind of getting a little bit upset with it, having to train everyone day in, day out, like put my sweat and tears into this place and basically make nothing. And I seen Caitlin post that she got like $43,000 in bonuses, and I was like, holy shit! Like, I don't even know what you do, but like, is this a scam? Like, it's not real. And then after a while, like, I was just talking to her, following her. Didn't really show too much interest at first, and then I got more interested, and then basically said like to myself, like, I have the money, but I don't need to spend it on this. Like, I can't spend it on this. This is for bills. This is for dog food, like stuff like that. And then finally one day after like convincing, I was just like, okay, lunchtime, let's do it. Mom, SIN number, send it. Okay, signed up. So I signed up, and then I started working kind of like minimal at first. Like I was still putting my effort in, but it was pretty minimal because I work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So then after a while, more new people in, out, in, out. Found out how much they made, big mistake. So it wasn't just like 50 cents more than me. I'm talking like $3-4 more. It's like, okay, like this isn't really fair, but I'm going to wait till raises. Like I never know what's going to happen. So I wait till raises. I honestly thought I got one, like worked overtime whenever needed, came in whenever. Obviously my boss didn't think so. So at that point I was just like pretty depressed. Like after, I don't know, a month or two, I come home crying like probably every week, every 2 weeks, like just about some stupid stuff that's like going on there. Working with a bunch of girls in person, not the best thing. Definitely not the best thing. So I started putting like more into this. And then I talked to my boss about the raise, asked kind of like what I had to do to get one, why I didn't get one. Basically, she had lied. So I was just kind of upset about that. Voice messaged Caitlin like crying, like, okay, I'm ready to put like my all into this. Like I've had enough with this job, blah, blah, blah. Started working harder. And for the past 2 months, I've probably signed a minimum of like, I'd say 15 customers like each month. So I knew that I was getting somewhere with what I was doing and that I just had to work a little bit harder. I've basically been working the same like as I would at my regular job, but at least I'm doing it with somebody that like appreciates what I'm doing, and I'm getting shown that like they're appreciative of it, not someone that's just in one ear, out the other, oh thanks kind of thing. So I just started working harder, coming up with like my own things and my own theories on how to do this, and I don't know, they've been working, so pretty excited.
Okay, so same question I asked Shana. Was there a specific moment for you that made you realize like, okay, this is what I want to do full time?
Yep, because anybody that knows me knows I love my dogs. So when Lewis is my little Labrador, he's 1. When he was 4 months old, he broke his leg. That was about $4,000 to pay for his surgery, which I didn't have. So at that point, and this was like quite a while ago, so at that point was kind of when I knew like, okay, I need to make more money doing something. And when that happened, I had to pay someone to watch him all the time. He wasn't kennel trained. He was a puppy. Someone had to come in and watch him. And it's like, he's not my child, but like he is, right? It's like, why couldn't I be there? And like, he doesn't know what's going on. It's like, why can't I be there when he's in his pain and everything? So just like, I don't know, I realized when I didn't make enough money that like I want to be home with them. I want to watch them. Like they don't live as long. I want to be with them like every day. I want to be able to do stuff at home that other people like, it's not that they don't get the chance to do, but they don't jump at the opportunity to do so. Like I want to be that person that's like, you know what, like I never thought I could do it, but I jumped at the opportunity and this is the result I got.
I love that. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, like Sam, like did so amazing last month. Like she went emerald and diamond and emerald on her 2.0. So $17,500 in bonuses, like a big deal. So like, what were you doing all month? Like, what's your daily list of what you do? Like, what got you to that point?
Oh man, it's like all over the map. Literally, like as soon as I get home, like I wake up in the morning and then I literally wake up like 40 minutes before I'm supposed to go to work. So that's just my follow up time. And then like new people, I try to make a post then, but usually I'm like super groggy in the morning, so it's like should not because it might not even make sense. So when I get to work, have my break, and then I host a post at lunchtime. When those people answer, I get them to put it up. I follow up with people that have like I couldn't previously or that have like already commented on stuff. Then I get my last break. Then I send out more messages. Then I get home and then like first I add on Instagram for about half an hour. I have Android, so I go till my thumbs get sore. Like it absolutely sucks. So like just follow. I make a post. I constantly have my host to post stuff on my stories, and then whoever sees it, I go and message them. So when I message them, I know that they've seen it. So it's kind of like they already know what I'm talking about. 9 out of 10 times they're not gonna ghost you, and then I just like go from there. Like I don't know, I'm just all over the map, like messaging. And then if somebody comments on a host to post and they're interested, and I talk to them about it, even if they don't purchase after, I get them to host a post for me because they were interested for a reason. So they're gonna have friends with common interests who are gonna probably like the same things as them. So why not try? If not, a month later, get them to do a coffee if you did the cleanse. Like there's always somebody interested in something, whether it's they're posting at 9 a.m. or 9 p.m.
Mm-hmm. So true. And Sam is like so good at keeping motivated. Like she'll do her list and it's almost every day she'll message me like, hey, I need something to do. Give me something to do. And so I'll just like give her a random task to go do. And she'll be like, okay, I'm done. Now what? And she's just like all the time so ready to go. And like, I just love it so much. When are you full time at work? So what day do you start?
Oh man, so I have I have a little countdown going on my whiteboard. So I have 16 working days left. So I'm officially done at my job on December 28th. And then from there, I'm just gonna put in like 110% more than I already am right now. Like I'm so excited because it's like if I can do that well from when I get home from 5 p.m. to when I go to bed, which is like 10, 11, whatever time it is, like what can I do from that period when it's like 8 to 4:30 and I'm working? Like, and time zone difference, like everyone always has to remember, like a lot of people say they don't get like luck or like how Lexi was saying before, like take it out with customers. It's like, but maybe you're just like posting at the wrong times, you know, like 9 p.m. here might be 4 a.m. for majority of your friends list. Mm-hmm. Like you always just have to take that into consideration as well. And it's like, just try at different times. One day when you wake up at 3 a.m. to go pee, do a quick post. You never know. 5 hours later, you might get like 20 comments on it. You're like, oh shit, that's what I've been doing wrong. Like,
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what are your next goals? Like, I guess same thing I asked Shana too. Is like, what would your dream be? Like, what is your end of all goals?
Holy man, they're like woo. So right now we rent a house, but I want to eventually buy an acreage. I would really like to make one myself, like exactly how I like it, but even if that doesn't happen, there's still acreages. So I want to get like an acreage because eventually in the future, if I don't go to school, I want to have my own little dog boarding kennel place. So then at least I could bring like a bunch of dogs there, and my dogs can run around and like have a swimming pool. Like your guys' pool is just so awesome. It's just I would just want to be like out of the city. So I want to have right now we rent, so I want to be able to purchase my own house, if not like start not building, but put money towards building it. Not literally like have to go back to work, have like an awesome savings for my kids in the future. Just I don't know, just sweet stuff. Like I'm so excited.
I feel like you're gonna end up with like 100 dogs.
I probably will, but that's okay.
Okay, so last question. Do you do personal development? And if so, what do you do to stay motivated?
I don't as much as I should, I guess. I do watch some videos here and there, but literally just like watching you and Jackie, like I know some people, like majority of them say, okay, if you watch it, everything is going to change for you. But no matter like, even the ones I've watched, even just watching like you and Jackie, just watching those and then saying it to myself, because no matter how many times I watch other people tell me that the only person to do it is me, and like, I need to focus on blah, 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 blah. It's like, but that's not going to matter to me if I don't believe in it myself. right? Like, I need to be the one telling myself, like, hey, I need to do this. Like, I shouldn't have to have somebody telling me, yes, okay, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. Like, I need to focus on that myself and get motivated to do it myself before. Do you know what I mean? Like, people say, like, the best one is, like, the whiny diamond, for example. And, like, that's a super awesome video. Like, it's freaking nice. But I don't know. I need that motivation myself. Like, okay, why did I need to get there? What was I going to do when I got there? What hours was I going to put in? Like, and that's, like, to be honest, that's my personal development, is, like, saying all this stuff to myself. Like, why do you need this? Not somebody else asking me why. Myself asking me why.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think if anybody else has any random questions, feel free to ask. That was all I had written down. But I just love your guys' stories. Like, all three are so different. We got one who, like, struggled for a while and then came back. Sam, like, hit it right from the beginning. It was just, like, going to the top. And then Shana is just so freaking motivational. I love Shana. And she's just so hard on herself. She's always saying to me, like, you guys are so good, and I just want to be that good. And, like, you are that good. Oh, I just want to, like, squeeze you. And be like oh, but I love you guys. If nobody else has any other questions, I think that's it. Thank you for sharing your stories.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And I'm, like, currently signing a DT while I'm doing this.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am.
That's awesome.
It'll be my second one in 2 days.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'll end this so that we have time to get to our next call. Okay. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Adios.